where I begin to worry. When it comes to this, I question if I am able to run with this or if I am the one for this. I try avoiding the points of being done with this, but it's been a battle since I've begun to spit rhymes. The ticking of time keeping me waiting. My focus wasn't right, and that's why I wasn't patient. I cried in the midst of chasing this. It came with disappointing others, and pain is why my pages are covered. And both my father and my mother have supported my dreams, and they'll forever be the cord of my wings. And even when I'm not as sure and it leans into my insecurities, my heavy faith is the reason I'm keeping my purity. I'm sure to be one of the greatest, whether you love it or hate it.
Well, I've been going through a lot of things lately, and I'm just trying to find my way up out the dark. I'll be damned if I'ma let a hard time change me. I'm trying to find my way up out the dark. Oh, you gotta feel me.
It's love and pain in every single line. I'm heavy on the grind, all night sessions, writing rhymes, thinking about the...
I'll do it. Yeah, you know I'll do it. I like getting high.
New Age Media and Entertainment.
What?
There's a reason why they use A through Z, 0 through 9 and 0 in the solar system. It's very powerful. A lot of people don't understand that. I am a chosen being that will make it off the universe, this planet, in an extraterrestrial crowd. Hey, girl, can you say bling bling? Bling bling, bling bling, bling bling, bling bling.
Yeah. The game plan is economics. Crowds of coke, I rock it. Murder for hire, kill motherfuckers for profit. Swear to God, when I drop it, my album gon' be the hottest. Exclusive new shit in your stereo knocking. I place my life on stage in this hip hop hustle. Rap music's on commercial, they call it pop on the radio. Now who stole the soul? Now watch the music die slow. Lessons learned long ago when they stole rock and roll. This the subject, don't wanna touch it, fuck it. Right, busted. These rappers lacking substance. Straight rules for the public, I don't get it.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the PDXDOPE Live Podcast. And yes, I'm your host, Mr. Ray Nelson Jr., aka Double R, aka Petty Murphy, aka Let's Get to It. Next up, we got, excuse me about that. We got my man, we have Miss Clarice in the building.
Hey.
All right.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And we got Miss Patty LaBelle in the building. What's up with y'all?
Shit.
It looks
Happy
like it's just
Friday.
us tonight.
Looks like he was the other priorities this evening.
Yeah. I got Ivory has a tournament.
Is he still fishing?
Yeah, he has another fishing tournament. He came in sixth place. He said him and his team, he was two people. They came in like sixth place. So they base it on the size of the catch or whatever. And so he's going back out there to do his thing. Shout out to Scooty in the building.
Get your fish, fam.
He got to get up early and get it in. And so we got Pam in the building.
Hey, Pam.
Yeah, we got Pam in the building. But yeah, Ivory's going to be out today.
Hey,
Andre, okay, Ebony's in the building. Andre is going to be Paradise Jameson. The Great will be in the building around 9 p.m. to talk about some things with us.
This will be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun. I don't know where Elijah is. He might be asleep or fucking off.
Let me call him.
Who knows?
PH reporter might be on the job.
Right,
Oh,
right.
no.
He brings all the stories. I mean, shit. I'll be like, he be finding the craziest shit too. Interesting shit. But yeah, but Jermaine, he's going to join in around 9:30. He had a concert to attend, so for one of his employees or something like that. So he's
Way to
doing that.
lend
He's gonna hop
support.
in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And when he says concert, I'm interested to wonder what type of concert. It sounds like it's like some kind of instrument or maybe like a singing type of thing or something. You know, I don't know. It might be some hip hop shit though. You know, you never know what somebody's doing out there.
Oh, Elijah will be on. He was just walking in the door.
Oh yeah, let me turn it down. Let me see.
That's what he said.
Okay. So I need to do this. No, I'm going to do that shit right. There we go. Let's tune that down there. You go. All right. Anyway, let me change this music though.
Did you hear about that in the last week they done found 2 bodies in the Willamette River?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Shout
saw
out
one.
to my little Cuddy Brixie in the building. Shout out to him. He's doing great with his music. My relatives is killing the game. That's what I love. I got my first cousins, my sons, and then just and they good musicians, good artists, solid artists, real artists. Even my little brother Trey down in Tyler, he's cold. He cold too. Produced just like his daddy. It's crazy. These motherfuckers is talented as fuck.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. It's amazing, man. You know, they not out here. They don't do none of my. Well, I'm sure I got some. Just doing that bullshit. But these niggas, all of them.
They ain't out there talking about like selling blues on TV.
Yeah, no, interested no shit like that. No, they make. I mean, the instrumentation and shit. You know, just real music. It ain't just beat machine and da da da. You know what I'm saying? They have the artistry. You know, because my cousins Miles and Jordan, like Jordan, he can play instruments. You know what I'm saying? He play guitar and stuff like that. His dad could play guitar, so he definitely talented. Then Miles is a lyricist, and he's a dope ass rapper. And and then their nephew, Sean the third, Boogie, he's dope as fuck. This nigga can rap and sing, has beautiful voice, great writer. You know what I'm saying? He's in it ain't no drill lane, none of that bullshit. You know what that they pushing out there. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? It's that shit where you can listen to it. You know what I mean? Like seriously, and be kind of older and listen to if you were to listen to some young people's music, you can listen to that. Or you take Jamari's The Weight Hood album, you can listen to that. Like these kids is like
good music.
Yeah, great musicians. Like all 3 of them. And I mean, like I said, and then my brother Trey, he's dope. And then my brother Brian, shit, he makes his beats is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and tight. You know what I mean? Like, these niggas is good. It's good. It's awesome to see that shit, coming up from where we came from in music, and then to watch them do what they do. That shit's hard. You never know. Or shit, Geneva's brother, Johnny Cool, this nigga just got a gold record. You see what I'm saying? Like,
nice.
Like a gold record because of a record he did with LMA. So, but that's a gold record. That's when it was gold status. So we went to the gold party at this art gallery. So the next one is the platinum party because the record has since been platinum. So, and I got a chance to go out there and chop it up. Shit was dope. But he's another one that came up under and was writing in against rap books and all that type of shit. And he always talks to me about that when I see him, so I look at that shit and I just be like, damn, I mean, he's big time, it's dope shit. But anyway, so yeah. Oh, Hold on. Let me see here. I have my man Lula in here, but he came in and out. What happened to you?
I don't know what you want.
Anyway, LaShawn, if you out there, pop back in. You got the link. Anyway, hold on. I wanted to play something for y'all real quick. Let me show y'all something. I don't know why this is. Oh shit. No, that's not it.
It's crazy.
So you heard about that homeowner that got crushed by that stump?
Did I?
You heard that shit was incredibly crazy.
Yeah, that's a freak accident like a motherfucker.
I mean, I wouldn't even, I wouldn't even be around no shit like that if I would just had a professional.
I'm gonna have somebody else come do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not playing.
Yeah, ooh, that was incredibly crazy.
1,200 pounds.
Huh?
1,200 pounds. Like that thing was
humongous.
Yeah, that shit was like shit over 100 years old.
Had to be, because how else you get to be 1,200 pounds? I mean, the tree ain't no punk.
Right.
Listen, that tree in my backyard, that big ass walnut tree, that motherfucker's about 100 years old or close.
And that one, the one in my front of my house.
Yeah, the motherfuckers is old, but I'm talking about that stump. But it had to be lifted. What was you doing up under it though? Like it was a malfunction. They said. Though I don't understand. We're gonna cover that.
You must have had some kind of
machine
that dropped it. Like I don't know how you end up underneath it, but maybe he tried to stop it from rolling and it rolled.
No, fuck no. If it malfunctioned, he was up under the motherfucker for it to fall on him. So he might have been. What I think is he was guiding it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like moving it to a certain area, and then as he was guiding it, it malfunctioned or something. You know what I'm saying? The machine had malfunctioned, and then it dropped on him. That's what I think happened.
One of them weird Final Destination type things.
Yeah. Ooh, this is terrible.
And I don't really like to and I don't say that making light of it.
I know.
Not for him and not for the family.
Right.
But some things, you see happen and you're like, okay, I get it. But like in any other instance, it just wouldn't make sense.
Right.
That's horribly sad. I believe today was the funeral for the 4-year-old that was killed in the accident with his mom, who was drinking and driving.
Oh, let's touch on. We'll go back and touch on that real quick. But I want to get things started with this. Let me go ahead and get this situated, and then we can talk about it.
Is it ready to come up? Whatever you can read.
Yeah, it is. I just gotta put it on the screen.
No, about this call since I'm not on this account.
No problem.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sean.
Sure. Let's just start off with January 2020. Now, consumer spending is up.
I'm sorry,
if you look at the graph right below.
What page are we on?
I'm sorry, we're on page 12, the second graph from the top.
Okay.
Danielle, turn your camera off.
All right. So if you look, we're 0.15% higher than 2019. We started this quarter off at 2.75%.
Holy shit.
Daniel.
God.
I don't think he's
Daniel.
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 Call Mika.
Oh my God.
You call Daniel on his cell. Call Daniel on his cell. How do we turn this shit off?
Shit.
Wow.
We can't.
Oh, hell no.
Daniel. Oh my God.
Is that Barry Bryant Bennett? Bennett's checking out.
Goodbye.
Not goodbye. You think?
Bennett was cracking up in that bottom left corner. He was like, "Oh."
Yeah, Bennett was like,
I did notice on Daniel's screen that it did.
Hold on. There, I got another one for you guys. It's funny.
It did click off for a moment, but it popped back on.
What did? Oh, right. When at the very beginning of the video, right? It did. At the very beginning, you can see him. Yeah. Definitely, he thought he had it clicked off, but why do that right there is the question, though. So
you don't do that right there. Ebony said he was ready.
Yeah, he was ready. Hold on, he was ready.
Nasty, Ebony.
Listen, he just didn't pick the right time. I think timing was.
That's what I mean by him being nasty. I don't care what you do, but not him.
All right, look.
You guys.
He's scratching his.
Tony! Can you hear us?
Tony!
Oh no! Tony! Jen, call him. Oh my gosh!
In his drawers.
There's a couple pictures of that. Oh. Oh boy.
You think he?
What's up?
Tony, I can see you.
We can all see you.
It's too late now, Johnny. It's too late. It's too late.
We done seen you scratch your ass and all that now.
Listen.
The real nigga just brought me a flower, y'all.
Oh,
he's so thoughtful.
Let's see.
I'm trying. Shit.
Too funny.
Oh, it's a real flower too.
Yeah, real flower.
It wasn't just a dandelion.
No, he picked it out the yard.
Okay, well,
it's the only.
Let's go. This is right on.
Look at Ebony.
What
yes,
happened?
Ebony, exactly. Look at the comment.
Oh, he was ready. Yeah, I know he was.
No, the one below that. You ain't seen the one after that? She commented again on Johnny.
Oh, I gotta get to the comments. It's not. Oh yeah, sure. It's a nasty ass, literally. Hey, look though, in the middle of the meeting though.
Right.
He's doing this in the middle of the meeting. Like I just had I worked from home Wednesday and I had a meeting with my team, and like I got up and got dressed and all this kind of stuff, and I got the meeting ready. And so my team don't have cameras, but I have a camera, so I show myself, and I'm in my stuff though. And so at the end of the meeting, I realized I'm in my fucking robe, and so they can see me, with my glasses on and all this shit, and I'm breaking down all the numbers for the day, what our plans is and all this kind of shit. I'm in a fucking robe, nigga, and my whole team can see me. It was so embarrassing. Listen, but here, look, I get through the whole.
You just normalized yourself for them. You made yourself human.
Oh, and then they know. Listen. So, and at the end of the meeting, I was like, "Oh my fucking god, bro!" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "You didn't take." So I had my black T-shirt on and my sweats. You know what I mean? So, it was a nice T-shirt, so it was presentable for work because I had a KPI meeting later on in the afternoon, so I was dressed for the occasion. You know what I'm saying? To represent myself, but the one I had my hooded one, it had the hood. I didn't have it on.
Yo, Hugh Hefner, nigga.
Yeah, the Hugh Hefner. Yeah, it was fucking
Hefner, nigga.
Super crazy, man. So I they wasn't tripping though. I was tripping more than they was. I didn't even really say nothing. I think one of them caught on to it and was just like, "Oh, are you in your robe?" And I was like, oh, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was funny as shit, but yeah, that happened. That happened Wednesday. Yep. Next time, I'm just not going to be on camera. Pam is laughing because
just make sure you're dressed.
He works with me, so that's. You say, "Oh, listen, I'm not going out like Daniel." I mean, like
or Johnny,
like Daniel or Johnny or whatever. why are you doing it? Well, I understand Johnny's situation a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand that something happened. He thought both of them thought they turned the cameras off, but that damn Daniel though, that shit that he was doing, he was out of control. He was out of control, and I don't know.
Daniel was looking at one of the ladies.
Daniel's a predator. So that's predatorial behavior. Why are you doing that at work, bro, at that time? And you know what I'm saying? Like, even if the camera's off, though. I'm just saying, even if the camera's off. Does anybody think different? I mean, was he okay to do that? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
no, absolutely not.
It seems kind of weird.
Absolutely not. What you do is what you do. You don't do that at work. You don't do that in a meeting. Like, you couldn't just wait for 1 hour.
No, he couldn't wait till his lunchtime. He couldn't wait till lunch.
It was one of them bitches he was looking at, is what
he
it
got
was.
Cool breaks.
Or one of the men's.
Because he was right, Don, because he was in the camera and he was fumbling with the camera, trying to,
figuring out who
he was. Probably like, okay,
face.
right there, boom.
Right, who he was gonna put it on.
Yep, and then he went in.
Motherfucker.
The girl on the screen underneath him.
I smell it, but I don't know where I put it. God damn it. Shit.
It's itching like a motherfucker.
You say your eye.
Yeah.
It's itching. Allergies.
You better not do it, nigga. You better not do it, nigga.
Better not do what?
Where's your
coat? That motherfucker? That's what.
No, I got a Kleenex in the corner where it's itching at.
You need like the little cold.
I got my contacts on, so I can't rub them like I rub them when I take these motherfuckers out.
As soon as you touch
right. If I was on like I got my camera on, right, I got it clicked off, right?
Yeah.
Like so y'all can't see me.
Well, I'm just saying
that's rubbing my eye.
That corner of your eyes where usually all the drama starts, nigga. I would just not touch that, man.
Listen, fuck what you're talking about. It's getting touched, nigga. How about that, nigga? There's no fucking way that I would be able to continue with that fucking kind of an itch in my eye, nigga, and you would do the same thing. So the pot calling the kettle black. I don't understand your logic.
Okay. Fair enough.
You something shit.
All right.
Daniel got issues for sure. Even if he thought the camera was off, you decide to do that, then nope. You're gonna need to utilize those employee-free services for some help. Hello.
Man, EAP in the building,
man.
Like, for real though, like you need to see a therapist or something.
Employee,
you just made me almost cough up part of my lung.
Employee assistance.
Talking about it's getting touched. That just pause, nigga. Pause, nigga.
That just sounds bad given this conversation we're having about Daniel.
Yeah, nigga, you're talking about it's getting touched. Fuck what you're talking about. It's getting touched.
Oh, you talking about what I said?
Yes.
What I said about? Yes. Pause. But
it just sounds bad given the context of the other conversation.
You right. No diddy.
Yeah.
So all right.
Fuck that. Fuck what you're talking about.
It's getting touched. Oh my God! It's wordplay at its finest.
And the screen was blacked out. So what's getting touched for one, and two, you said that with a bunch of authority and conviction and
authority and conviction. Pause.
With two women on the call.
Yeah.
And two women in the comments.
Yeah,
that's even worse.
Hey, listen, I
what you gonna do when they come for you?
I don't know. So Mark is a no-show. Bernard's a no-show.
Scooty has an excused absence. Jermaine has an excused absence.
Jermaine, and then who?
Elijah was supposed to be getting on.
Oh, Elijah, his shit ain't stamped. Elijah, get your ass on the show. You always ain't getting stamped shit, or you gonna be on the unexcused list. You just saying like we got all these things out here on
that
the
means
show.
You're not getting the sandwich.
No, they getting the sandwich. Y'all get steaks. We moving it on up, surf and turf up in this.
Moving on up.
That's right. Oh, this is nice. Hey, yeah, all that.
Like,
But
how does
no,
that sandwich look with that Fran's bread?
ugh.
And I got a steak with a dinner roll.
There, yeah, see that's the difference. Yeah, because France
You're
bread
muted.
just that.
You're muted, John. I hate France bread, but I go to France to
John,
go.
you're muted. You muted
Oh,
yourself.
maybe she's on the phone. A phone rang.
Oh, got you. I thought she was talking
I thought she
talking
was
with us and
too,
shit.
and then I realized she can't. She's can't possibly be doing that.
Yo, before I know we're doing our the monologue of the show and getting it all in. You know what I mean? In the first 30 minutes of the show, 20 whatever. But man, R.I.P. man to my man OJ Simpson, man. He died on Wednesday, was announced on Thursday of prostate cancer. Shout out to him and what he did in football and acting and being a hero to Black people at one point in his career. I had an OJ Simpson doll when I was a young lad. I'm 52, so those of you that are my age, y'all might have had one with the helmet and all that shit, though. But he became this infamous person for the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. All the evidence seemed to point towards OJ as being guilty, but he was fortunate enough to have the dream team, and he was able to be found not guilty. Now, most people think that he's guilty, but they really don't know. They wasn't there. Whatever. I feel you. Y'all might believe he did it, but there's a lot of information that a lot of people were privy to. But nonetheless, RIP to my man, OJ Simpson, Orenthal, James Simpson. And I know a lot of you guys might not like him. Don't fuck with him. But in the 90s, at that time, and what was going on and what he end up being involved with. We had the Rodney King thing, and then we have this and race relations and those type of things. And
it changed the shape of. I mean, he was a legend in football, but he also, that court case changed the trajectory of court cases that we follow.
Football
on
wasn't so. Listen,
right? I mean, and
but football wasn't
Bronco, the car chase, which wasn't even a car chase because they weren't speeding. It wasn't a high speed chase. They just weren't pulling over. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is he was. Let me just make sure. The football thing was one thing that was minute into comparison to what he was when he was doing his thing. He was the biggest star in America. You understand? The biggest star in America, biggest Ali or anybody else during those times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he had, the football thing was great. He was great from USC to the Bills. And then he finished his career in San Francisco because that's the area he was born and raised in. You know what I mean? But when he became a star, Hertz commercials, remember those? Jumping over, getting to the thing, doing the airplane series, and being in those comedy in that franchise. He was on NBC. He was a reporter, a field reporter for NBC for a long time. You know what I mean? He was huge. He was in Roots. We can keep going, on and on. He was in a lot of different. He was the biggest Black star, one of the biggest Black stars in America, if not the biggest at even one point after football. And then that happened, and then the Nicole Brown Simpson thing happened. You know what I'm saying? After he married her and everything that transpired after that success.
I know, and that court case changed how America viewed trials, right? Like we watched it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a huge thing. That was one of my assignments when we worked for Shirley is she had that little TV in there and she was like, I want you to watch this case. And when I call, I want to update every time. So I'm coming into work, turning on the TV.
Getting paid to watch the trial.
Getting paid to watch the trial, which at the time, like really no appreciation of, but like 30 years beyond the fact, that's kind of crazy. I got paid to watch the OJ Simpson trial.
Right.
Well,
Let me ask you something. I'm gonna ask both of you.
Installing toilets.
What? Yeah, I know, right? Digging ditches. What do you guys remember where you were when the OJ trial happened?
I do.
Yes,
I was at the Earn and Learn program at PIC office on 26 and Broadway.
When the verdict came in?
Yeah, when the verdict came in.
Yeah, I was at that
work
office.
doing that. I was at the 10 and a quarter. It was me, Stevie, George. We was all, I mean, it was a few, it was like at least like 10, 11 people at the house.
Everybody was posted waiting to say like what happened.
We were sitting there, it was quiet when they did that shit.
Yeah.
And they said that, man, and it was like, it was surreal. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where when he was found not guilty, it was like, this is fucking impossible. You know, like winning the lottery. Like we thought he was washed. We thought OJ was fucking washed.
People were ready to go. Showed us something that day.
Man, and then that shit happened and they said not guilty, man, and everybody's like, you know, people celebrating. You seen the division, the line.
outside the courthouse,
all that. But I'm talking about the division, the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Between black people
and white
who
people
were like celebrating it, and so people like kind of took offense to that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, dare I try to defend the behavior and the response, but it was a simple situation to where, or at least I'll say simple, but maybe it's not. It's more complex. But black people looking at it as if, like I just explained to you, he was washed. In my mind, you know, he didn't have a chance. And the fact that happened, you know what I'm saying? And then they look at it and they're like, just like, I can't believe that you would even think that. But it's like, if we believe in this judicial system, then
why not?
Why wouldn't it be? It was reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
That's the key, reasonable doubt. And that's all they had to do is present reasonable doubt, and they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that.
Hey man, he spent all his money to make sure I'm gonna walk up out here. But then he wouldn't fuck around and did 9 years on some bullshit. They were trying to get some get back. That's all that was about.
Doing his own stuff.
Nigga, you go like right, Claire. You go over to you hanging out. You see some motherfuckers. You go into the room. Y'all hanging out, having drinks or whatever it is. I'm talking about like some people and shit. And you say, "Wait a minute,
that's mine.
This is my motherfucking picture, or this is my hey, whoa, you know." And it's like, and you got me or you know Stevie or whatever. You got your peoples with you, and you like, you know, niggas is ready. You like, no, ain't nobody going nowhere. I'm getting my shit tonight. Like, oh no, I bought this off the. No, you didn't, bitch. Look, you know, that's what that was. It was his memorabilia. It was some sucker shit, man. They try to get him on the back end, you know, because he beat them motherfuckers, and that was some sucker shit, you know. But there's a lot of other information out there with this whole OJ thing, though, and I mean, I don't believe he necessarily did it.
Hey man, shit was
and
funny.
That's how. Huh?
And then he wrote that book. But why did he write that book?
To get paid. He had that judgment against him. He had that judgment against he had that judgment against him. He had to make that money. So I'm gonna write this book. If I did do this, is what I would do if I would have killed the bitch. That's what he did to get paid.
OJ, yeah, you don't think that was taunting them?
Yeah, I can see where that looks like that, but at the end of the day, though, for the rest of his life, he's still going to be called a murderer, even though he was fucking acquitted. So I don't care.
I wonder what his relationship with his younger children
to his what? Say it again.
With his younger children ended up being.
You know, I often ask myself that same question. You know, it's like, you killed my mom though, but they was probably like, man, she was a bitch though. Nah, I'm just saying.
Well, or did you kill my mom? I mean, like, what happens? Like, it's two sides to the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're a kid and your parents are in whatever space they're in, you've got one parent saying this, the other parent saying that. This is just in an extreme situation where one of the parents ends up dead, right? And sometimes sure, your one parent kills your other parent, and you know without a shadow of a doubt whether you witnessed it, they own it, they're honest about it, they're like, yep, sure did, whatever, gonna go do the time, and then you got to reconcile whatever that is. But he said he didn't do that. So what do you do with that? Like, how do you carry the weight of that? That's intense. I feel bad for those kids.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Who are now adults, but I mean, at the time they were young.
There's babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was babies. So
6 and 9 or something. They were little.
Yeah, they was little.
So y'all check this out. So I was online yesterday, right? And this girl I know, she posted. She's like, Orenthal really messed me up today. And so and somebody was like, me Google what is Orenthal? And so she's like, I only knew him by OJ. And she said, what you thought the O stood for, right? And so she said, I never thought about it. And then somebody else chimed in. She said, he should have said I did it before he clocked out. I'm just saying. And then the other one was like, but he didn't. And she said, now, Chuck, come on. Now let's be realistic here. And she said he sent the police on a chase and was ready to unalive himself. He had blood on his door, and 3, the bloody footprint shoe was found with him.
But they weren't really on a chase. That's the whole thing.
No, they was negotiating where he was gonna land.
No, but then the other one gonna say, but did the glove fit? Okay. And then she said, and one, he was distraught. If my ex-husband, father of my kids, died, I would be upset too. The killer put it there to try to frame him. Refer to number 2.
But you know what though? On some real shit though, Don, I mean, I could consider that.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't going even in front. You know, like seriously. You know, like the fuck you mean? Like, they gonna say it's me. Oh my God! You know who knows what they was into? We heard it was a coke debt.
Yeah,
she was trying to, oh OJ, he's rich. They partying, getting that cocaine, and they snorting lines and having parties, right? The Kardashians was involved too, though. But the Kardashians was involved. They was there.
Yeah.
All of them. They say that what's her name is.
They knows.
Right, but so they got a debt. That if you a drug dealer and you hanging with the stars, it's like, man, I'll give it to you on credit, and then you give it to a star and you figure that they're gonna pay you back because they got all this money. But then they like, after they come down and they sober again, they like paying you shit. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you get poked on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then OJ happened to get caught up in the middle of that. I don't know. It's just a thought. I don't know. I mean, there was Claire. You and I talked last night. We was talking about this stuff, and Charlie. That's who I'm referring to here in this situation. But there was also the serial killer guy who said he was hanging out with them, and he did the situation. It's like crazy.
And what was the serial killer guy's name again?
Glenn Rogers.
Glenn Rogers.
Yeah.
Who said he killed 70 people. And they pegged him for 3, I believe, for sure.
Yeah, they say it was him. They say he's the one.
I mean, why do you have a serial killer hanging out with you? But I guess if you're on drugs,
you don't know he's a serial killer, Claire, until they find out.
Clearly.
I mean, like a serial killer is a nigga that go to work every day.
Right.
Take care of business, all that type of shit. But then he find time at nighttime and he like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna be at the strip club or at the bar, hanging out, like sitting back with his little drink and moving the straw. Yeah. And he gonna be like, get that one.
Yeah.
Then he gonna go on her. And he gonna hang out. He gonna try to hang out and give her drugs or whatever. And then he gonna choke her out. You know how they go. I mean, I'm not finna get graphic, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
am I
well, you know a
telling on
lot.
myself? It's like
Yeah.
you sound like a serial killer.
Serial
And you
killer.
explaining
Nigga,
that.
you said you was a
There
serial
you
killer
go.
before.
Stirring up to myself.
Hold on. This is all entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. I am just being funny tonight. I am not a serial killer. So let's
Well,
go.
you be getting them squirrels, boy. I tell you.
So this is the, so
Let
listen.
the squirrel world talk. Tell you that.
This is the video clip they use in my documentary when they talk about how I was a serial killer. They'll say like, see, you can tell right here when he's talking.
Yeah. You got too excited. It's all jelly inside.
No. I'm working on this entertainment thing.
During the drink, but yeah, the squirrels might feel differently. I think Don got.
I mean, I'm just saying, they have been getting chopped off like regularly.
Them squirrels.
Yeah.
Don, did I tell you what happened with my last situation with the squirrel?
Oh my! See, here we go. Look at him. He lit up like a Christmas tree, bitch. You see that?
Nah, seriously though, it was so gangster though. Like, so I got a whole ass ecosystem over here though. So y'all don't know. I have a squirrel problem. They've infested my home. My property managers, they put these things on there. It didn't work.
They might feel like you infested their home.
Well, listen. Well, then it's war. They killed a couple of my cars before I really understood what was happening. Okay, y'all got me. I bought the squirrelinator, and they infested the whole joint. So I bought this big ass is a live catch type of situation, and so I got the thing, and I caught like 2 squirrels the first day when I put it out there. I had like 13 squirrels. I killed eventually using this though, but it was by manual dispatch, and so so they went away, and then I heard them in my ceiling again. It's like, I'm like, all right. And I noticed under my car when I opened my hood and I was looking in my car, I seen that they had been getting back up under in my car and my engine. And so anyway, I was like, okay, fine. I went on Temu and I bought this Temu, this fucking trap. It has this double bar. Anyway, it's been amazing. So to the story, Don, I wanted to tell you about this fucking raccoon and the squirrel. I killed the squirrel, caught it in the trap. Bam. It got it in the trap. So I'm cooking. I'm not finna fuck with that right now. But it's sitting right there. He dead, like bing, with the, on the neck.
Yeah. So
I'm cooking or whatever. So I get up the next day. I'm getting ready for work and shit. I'm showering, and I hear some rumbling, and then I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, that fucking raccoon is on the porch trying to get the squirrel out the trap. So I go and get dressed, and I put on my clothes, and I come back downstairs, and I look out my back porch window from my kitchen. The trap is gone. And this is a big trap. This is it's a big trap. It's fucking gone, nigga. I go to where I couldn't find the motherfucker nowhere. I was like, the fucking raccoon drugged the squirrel and the trap and took it. Came home from work. I look out. I was like, it couldn't have went that far. And so then I look down the steps as he flies, and there it is. There's the squirrel. And so I see it. It's at the bottom of my steps on my porch, on the back porch, right? Nigga, the squirrel's whole backside, the legs, his whole half was gone. The raccoon ripped him apart. It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
I took it out the motherfucking trap, right? So I grab it, there's blood everywhere. I take it out the trap, boom. And then I just tossed the body in the grass. Next day, body gone. So yeah, I'm winning the war.
You got
right
your
now.
trap back.
I got it back, yeah. But I'm winning the war. And that's been the greatest trap I've ever had here.
Wow, and you're so sincere with you winning the war. The look on
that's what's happening right now. That's what's happening. Elijah Jackson in the building. What's up with you, brother?
What's going on?
You're missing out on him talking about the squirrelinator.
I heard that bullshit.
No, you know what it is. Oh, he just mad because he was scared when I had the one, and he was like, "Hold on, man!" Before I put it, he was scared of that motherfucker.
You was scared,
Hold on.
Elijah?
Hey, we got my man Lula. What you doing, man? What's that going on over there? Where you at, bro?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, nigga. Where you at? What is going on?
I'm at home. I don't know how to turn my camera around. I ain't got experience with all this.
Oh yeah, you all right, man? We can hear you, bro. No,
you hit it.
You can use that picture or flip it around, man. It's
I don't know how you flip it around.
It should be a camera thing on your little phone.
It's a
camera. You can just push it and it just
when I touch it, it shows you. Okay, I don't know.
There should be another part, but okay. Look, you go to your camera.
Squirrelinator. Yes, no, clear. That's what it's fucking called. It's
I know. I wanted to put the picture in the chat, but it won't let me put the picture in the chat.
Oh, you see it, so you wouldn't looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought I was. See, you thought I was. You thought
okay,
I
well,
was
put it up on the
bullshitting.
screen, Claire.
Claire thought I was bullshitting. She thought this nigga's made this shit up. This nigga make this shit up.
I've known you for a long time.
I know.
I know you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So go ahead. You sharing it?
No, I had it on my phone. Hold on.
Yeah, call him Spirit Finger. Show him what you're working with. Pull it on up so everybody can see that this nigga is a serial killer and that he gets excited about that. He lit up like a Christmas tree, I tell you.
Listen, so somebody just fell off. Oh,
that was Lula.
Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll pop back on.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah. So
back to OJ. We were talking about OJ Simpson.
Fuck OJ.
Why you being like that?
There's 41 results for the Squirrelinator on Amazon.
Am I supposed to be broke up for that nigga?
No, I'm not broke up for it. Nobody's on that time. Relax.
Nobody's on that. Well, I mean, my God, why are you being so offensive?
I mean, shit.
I mean, I got multiple reasons, but yeah.
I mean, you have the floor. You have the floor, then, nigga. Go ahead, OJ Simpson. That's what we talking about.
Well, I like
76. Huh?
Well, I'm just gonna hate on him just because of that for starters.
He said, "I love your honesty, brother." He said, "I'm just gonna hate on him, just fuck it, nigga. I'm gonna hate on this nigga."
Right.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Nigga, his name for starters. Let's just start there. Like,
yeah. Okay, hold on. That's personal now. That you putting it out there.
I said it, but it's fault. You know what I'm saying?
So it makes it a little bit. Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And
go ahead. But okay, can you put that to the side? It kind of.
I can put that to the side a little bit, but on top of that, like, bro, he didn't want to be on our team for the longest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga wasn't team us, nigga, until the verdict.
No, okay,
you know
okay. So you emotional. Okay, listen.
There's
there. Hold on. No, hold on. He says, I ain't black. I'm OJ. Right?
Okay.
That's what you're talking about. Okay. Right. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Listen, OJ, what I just say, Claire, just a second ago. OJ's the biggest fucking star in America at that time. He's like, y'all niggas. I'm on a whole nother level than you niggas. I'm OJ.
That's cool. So stay over there. Is all I'm saying.
No, he wouldn't say no, nigga. He's a nigga. He from Fillmore, bro.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like,
he
wanted this cool card back.
Hold on, man. He's a killer, bro. Respect the game.
That's all fine and dandy.
Respect the game.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just like your boy Kanye.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so that's it, right? So he used his money, right, to get out. Fuck all that. Yeah, he said that.
I'm not mad at that. Okay. But what I'm saying is, like, just like Kanye, just like when he
niggas didn't help him get out of this. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But then he became a Kardashian. When he became a Kardashian, he wasn't fucking with niggas. He was an elitist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about
then
Kanye,
when they stop fucking with you and discarded you, now you want your nigga pass back. It don't work like that.
Not your nigga pass. What the fuck is a
So,
nigga pass?
Who stamps those? I need to know because
Right.
man,
What
they gonna have
I'm
a
saying
problem
is
with me.
nobody stamps them. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? But then now you want to be you. Well, put it this way: you want to be down with the same niggas that you was on your elitist shit. Now you know what I'm saying. You want to be
Isn't that
amongst them.
kind of like?
Let's put it
Isn't
that
that
way.
kind of like when Mike showed up to court with the Nation of Islam as his bodyguards?
That's
Wasn't that Mike?
business. That's
Wasn't that Mike
business.
that didn't? Okay,
That's
but
business.
so OJ wasn't his move wasn't a business move too.
No, that's
His
why I
life
said what
saving?
I said. No, that's business. Because if any of us was on trial for the same thing, we would do the same thing. If we had the resources that he had, we would do the same thing.
No,
Whether we did
I
it
ain't
or
talking
not.
about when he was on trial. I'm talking
I
about
know.
this.
No, he's talking about when he
No, what I
when they
said about Mike.
right. But we need to pull that to check the context of what he was talking about, because the way it's being displayed here is that he was like fuck niggas. Was that what he was really saying? Is my question, because I don't
Well,
think
how
he
does
was
it
saying
not come off that way? Whether that's
no, I
what
didn't.
or not.
You're absolutely right. I'm not talking about how it came off. It's not the best thing to say. Well,
I mean, when you include that with your mannerisms, like nigga, it wasn't. I put it this way, like nigga, it wasn't. I mean, I understand that we're in a different time now and all that. So let me add context to what I'm saying. I get that. So let me preface my statements. I get we're in a different time, podcast world, more freedom of speech, all that. I understand. But what I'm saying is, there were still people, maybe not as edgy as Mason Cameron because of the times we're in, but there were still people that, for those times, had edgy, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He wasn't talking with them niggas and giving them interviews and talking the shit he was talking before he passed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, so what you? I mean, which I mean, okay. So what do you mean that he wasn't giving people interviews?
I didn't say he wasn't giving people interviews. What I'm saying is the mannerism, just the way you carry yourself, the way you articulate yourself, your subject matter, all of those things. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, that's hard to say though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what I get. I mean, you're right. It's all subjective. That's
it
what
is.
I get.
Okay. I mean, but my thing is like this though, bro. It's like, but who's been reporting and where's that been coming from when they really show you clips of him talking? You know what I'm saying? Or interviews of him really talking about his life or him or what he thinks about certain issues. You know, like I said, a motherfucker can talk a certain kind of, or like I will say, a lot of people can talk a certain kind of way. It can be proper, talk like.
I'm not talking about that. I mean, that's all, like you said, that's business. I mean, you have to articulate yourself a certain way in certain audiences. It's code switching. I get that completely.
Right.
I understand code switching. That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So then, okay, so we understand that. But
so if that's the case, if it was code switching then nigga, why aren't you code switching now?
We got.
That's my point.
Scuttlebutt Films in the building. Hold on. Scuttlebutt, what's up with you, bro?
This is Paul, man. It went to that YouTube account.
What's that? Okay. You can change that if you want to, though. You know what I mean? No Diddy. You know what I mean? What's up with you, bro?
Scuttlebutt.
Okay.
Nothing, man. Andre
Drake
gave me.
He sent you the link. He told me. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Just topping it up. We talking YouTube. Talking Orenthal James Simpson, OJ Simpson. Of course, you know he passed. I'm sure you heard that. So unless you've been hiding under a rock or something, we're kind of sharing our thoughts about OJ Simpson. What are your thoughts on OJ? First of all, hold on. Before we get to the OJ thing, hold on. Won't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And I'm gonna introduce you to my panel. So we got Miss Clarice, we have my man Elijah Jackson, we have my cousin Petty LaBelle in the building, and we got Lula I don't know what he's doing back there, but he's in the building too.
Okay.
So, but tell us a little bit about yourself, man. I know this is kind of awkward because Dre ain't on here, and he told me that you was coming on, so I was expecting you. So don't trip. But tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
My name's Paul Kashaba. I was born and raised in Northern California. I have most of my career. I mean, I was in the military. Do government contracting, but I played a lot of sports growing up. So I have a deep impression. I guess OJ made a deep impression in my life. At the age I am too, I'm 46. So
okay, so you're around.
I went to I went and then I graduated 96. I think the OJ verdict was 95, right? It came out.
Yeah, I think
95,
so. I think 95.
Right? So because it was the same school year, and I was at a brand new high school, so we had TVs in the room, and this is 95, 94 when the school opened. So for one, I remember I was in a pottery class, like an elective class at the time, and when they showed the verdict, when they said not guilty, and all of us, man, and I don't know what it was. Maybe because a lot of us were brown, and but when they said not guilty, we all started cheering, man. Yeah. I remember that. I remember this girl, Teresa. She was a freshman, Hispanic girl next to me, and I remember she was directly next to me, and we're just cheering. And then my friend Terrell, he was a white dude. He was cheering too. You know what I mean?
A white dude. Hold on. A white dude named Terrell.
Terrell, yeah, Terrell Powell. That was his name.
Don't worry about me, man. Go ahead.
yeah. So, I remember that event. It's like it's like a September 11th, where one of those events where you remember, when Donald Trump was elected. Those events that you remember, you won't forget.
That wasn't that big. That wasn't that serious. That wasn't that deep for me anyway.
It wasn't big for me either. But I'll tell you what, when Trump was elected, I remember I was living at the time. I'm in San Diego, but I was living in a bad part of San Diego, and it was quiet. It was quiet in the streets, and the only other time I can think about was September 11th, the day of the attacks. It was quiet.
Wow,
the streets were quiet. Right. So, but the OJ case, and then rewind when it all came out, I was in spring ball, and I remember the head coach, when we were stretching, kind of walking around, just kind of talking about it. And then that was the time I was a huge Knicks fan too. So I'm wearing a Kings hat now. I'm from Northern Cal, but I love the Knicks because I hated Jordan. So they were like his rival. And I thought they had him one year, but I stuck with them. And they played the Rockets that year. And I was watching. You remember that? On NBC,
I remember that. I was over Elijah. Hold on real quick. Elijah, I was over at Doc's house over there off a beach in MLK over there in that little spot in Garfield right over there. We was around that time when the shit happened. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so they made the game small. It was in the right-hand corner. And around that time, a couple years before that, they made those TVs where you can watch, I say NBC, and then you can make a square in your corner and watch another channel. They had TV, this is
I remember those.
The PIP, picture-in-picture. Yeah.
Is that a thing still?
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
You can still do it. I just don't, but you can still do it.
Oh, okay.
I even got that shit on one of my apps on my phone.
Yeah, so they did that with the game. They made the game small. It was Now here, let me ask you this. Jordan retired. Let me ask the panel this. If it was Jordan in the finals, because he had retired those two, or he went to baseball those 2 years, would they have done that? Would they have put the OJ Chase big and then put the NBA finals in the corner? like small. If it was Michael Jordan in the finals,
I don't know, Jax. What you think, Jax?
That's an interesting question.
I mean, I think that the OJ case would have took precedence is because it was a bigger global thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was some, even if you weren't into football or into OJ, just the case itself sparked your attention. I mean, it was being shown in schools. It was being, you know what I'm saying? There was so many places to where, you know what I'm saying? I think it was always going to take precedent.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Those were, I mean, those were like.
Those is trip. It's a trip though when that whole thing happened.
Extraordinary
when OJ,
times, right?
It was different because we didn't have social media, and if we had social media back then, what would that look like today in today's time? If OJ had, a murder like this or a case like this because we have to remember though, we've had stars, Robert Blake, murder cases and those type of things, and he was acquitted as well. But it's like, what would that look like in a social media era?
It would be huge because it goes to my point. Like I'm saying, like the OJ case was a point in time. Like that's something you can reference to. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a whole bunch of events that happened around there, but you can point that like he said, he remembers. You remember where you were at when you heard the verdict. You remember because it was that significant of a point in time, like 9/11, like
the world stopped, so to speak, right?
Yeah. The world stopped.
Lula, are you over there?
Yeah, I'm there. My comment about it is just more about the verdict. So, I mean, I'm always down for our people, but I fuck with white girls. But like, I felt like no, I'm just keeping it real. So
keep it real, my nigga.
So in history, a lot of times white people are like, "Oh, that was such a long time ago," right? Like when they can see videos of stuff like the civil rights, like when they was letting the dogs, attack the black people or hosing them down with the water, they'd be like, "Oh, you weren't even born," blah blah blah, different things like that. So to me, it was like, as a black person, I felt like there was always injustices to us. And so, like the other guy said, when it happened, he was celebrating. I was celebrating, but strictly on the strength of like white people get to see what it feels like when they feel like it should have went their way, like something should have been done. Like, I don't know if he did it or if he didn't. I don't care about that part, but it just felt good that they could see how I felt and how I think a lot of other black people have felt in time. And so like when they was like, "Oh, I was quick to be like, you weren't there, so how do you know if he did it or not?" Just trying to, I don't know if you want to.
That's
it's just kind of like
I think he's right about that.
That's fair, LaShawn. Thank you for Lula, for bringing that point up, though.
And
that's absolutely.
I would like to. I think I feel what he's saying. Okay, look, I'm Middle Eastern, so I was born and raised here, but I've always kind of been in the middle, right?
Right.
But I remember, like, I was always in the sports, and I'm being American. The black culture is huge, right, in this state. So, especially if you're in the sports. And I just remember, like, Michael Irvin being like wrongly. He was wrongly convicted in the media a couple of years prior to that when the Cowboys were big. Like, there was something about him and like another lineman. Yeah, he was fucking with the coke, but there was like a false story about him recording some white girl in a hotel room in Dallas. And then, a year later, it comes out that was
before
false.
the situation that happened recently. That's before, right? That's what you're talking about?
Oh, this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This was before the OJ case. And the media didn't come out and like they didn't say shit about it. They like crucified him. And then when they found out she was lying, nothing. Silence. And so I'm saying, like, maybe subconsciously as an athlete, like because I'm telling you guys, I don't know why we were all cheering. I can't tell you why, but we were fucking all cheering. High school kids. Yeah.
I mean, but I think my partner LaShawn kind of explained it too. It's kind of like you don't necessarily get the win, or black people. There's it's like you consider the history of our people here in this country, and it's like we feel like we get the short end of the stick. And so then when you have a situation to where it's expected that he's going to be found guilty, and it's like, oh my God, he actually wins this shit. Because even in our minds right now, most black people that I fuck with, my people and all that shit, think he's guilty. I don't, but that's just me. But I'm just saying this just to be the devil's advocate. But
From one serial killer to another, right?
One serial killer to another. Yeah, there you go. Well, he needed one more body to become a serial killer, so he only got 2. So I don't know.
That we know about.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, seriously though, like you think about those kind of things.
Do you see that movie with?
Go ahead.
Cuba Gooding Jr. did like a movie.
Murder of Crows.
OJ. Is that what it's called? I didn't know it.
No, you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. It was like a mini series,
like that. Yeah.
When it was about the OJ Simpson trial, and Cuba Gooding played OJ.
And Cuba does. Yeah, but Cuba was on a talk show, and I forgot. I think on.
And he was talking about it.
He doesn't believe OJ did it, so it makes me think like you played the character. Like Cuba's despite what you want to say about Cuba, he's a great actor. I'm sure he gets deep involved in the characters, right?
He got
and
deep.
He doesn't think OJ did it. So.
No Diddy. He been hanging with Diddy, so
Oh yeah,
Cuba, man, his name is dirty right now.
Talking about that. He's good.
His name is dirty right now. No Diddy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's funny you said that. So
Sorry,
I'm finna be sniping from all areas tonight, though.
Man.
So go ahead.
Oh man.
Hey Jax, it ain't even pause no more, my nigga. It's no Diddy. No Diddy.
He's still a good actor. Whatever happened.
No, he's my guy. I like him. He's straight. He got out the car. He got out the car, man. He got out the car. It was the right thing to do.
Man.
He got out the car. He didn't want no smoke. He let what was Ice Cube's name in there? Doughboy.
Am I the only one that Diddy shit has had me?
Doughboy.
Bro, what are you drinking, bro?
Me?
No, he's asking me.
You know what he on?
That shit,
here, bro.
Huh?
Fuck out of here.
Why you worried about what I'm drinking, though, my nigga? Like, why you tripping?
Hey, so what's the coincidental thing why like Andre got a hold of me and he said you guys are talking about the OJ case. So I just got this book and I'm reading it. It's about the Menendez murders.
Oh, is it good?
The Menendez, remember the Menendez brothers?
Yeah, the twins. I don't think they were twins, but they were brothers. Right?
Yeah, they're brothers.
So they first went on trial right before the OJ case, and they were acquitted because of the jury, like the molestation stories about their dad
that they were talking about, right? Their dad.
And then OJ got off, and then the DA, they were like, they wanted some sort. It was like almost revenge in the celebrity world. They had another trial, and that's when they were convicted, and they didn't allow any of the child abuse evidence to come into play. And then this is in the book. I've read this before. So, and then it says, I haven't got to this part in the book, but it says, it talks about disturbing history of child abuse and sexual molestation in the Menendez family going back generations, and the shocking admission OJ Simpson made to one of the Menendez brothers when they were inmates at the LA County Men's Central Jail. So I think Eric Menendez, the younger one, has said that OJ confessed to him. I don't know if you guys.
Well, check this out. Okay, I haven't heard that, but check this out. So today, they said that when OJ died, or when he was in hospice, they said that even everybody had to sign the NDNAs, and even his children. No phones were allowed or anything like that. So nobody knows what was talked about the day that he died. And some say that he talked about that, and he he said some things. I'm not going to say confess because that's a little bit more. That's kind of presumptuous. I just don't want to say that to not know that to be the truth, but that's what some people are saying. But there were NDA called no cameras, nothing like that, no pictures of him when he was in hospice and when he was around his family. He said
it is what it is. He got off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hating on him for that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about that anyway. One for the team. So, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I ain't hating on that aspect of it, but at the same time, I mean,
you ain't catching for him. That's cool.
Yeah.
My thing is, you don't have to cape for him or none of that shit. That's not. It is what it is to me.
He was gangster for his book, though. I give him that. The if I did do it or whatever, that was gangster.
Hey, look, that book right there. Hold on, let me try to. I'm gonna try to pull that shit up though. OJ's book though. I'm gonna actually buy it now that he's dead. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna buy it.
I wonder how much it costs now.
When did he write it? When he got out recently?
When he first got out, not before. He wrote it before he went to jail for that 9 years for the robbery thing. Let me see. OJ Simpson. If I did it. Yep.
And was that robbery thing? I mean, they gave him a lot of time. Was it kind of like since he was acquitted? Do you think people just getting revenge on him? I guess
Yes. It was to me
revenge on him all these years.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Paul. It was kind of like some get back.
It absolutely was get back.
Yeah, it was weak shit, bro. I mean, like any of us, and we're not multimillionaires. If you are,
I didn't look that much into it, so I can't really comment on it.
What I'm saying is that you or I or anybody on this panel, if we was charged for some shit like that, we wouldn't do no time.
I'm just 100 there.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't even matter.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That you would not get no time for no shit like that's some. It's like if you and me go to a spot and Elijah got he got something that he bought off somebody else, but he has it like, wait a minute, this is my shit. So me and you together, I got a pistol. Nah, ain't nobody going nowhere until we figure out what's going on with this shit, though. How you get my shit. And I'm taking this, and you're gonna have to deal with it on your own end.
Oh,
that's really what that was.
And
that's what that was.
In 9 years. Fuck. And they gave him
They gave him 9 years. They gave him 30. They gave him 30. But he got out early. That's 9 years was early.
Damn, that's some.
The 9 years was early, bro. So I mean,
that's it. Well,
they got back.
The justice system, I guess, when it doesn't work in their favor, they get upset and butthurt. I don't know.
Nah. Well, check this out. We're gonna move into this next story real quick though. We'll hop back in on OJ a little bit later because I got some more information on him. But I want to talk about this dead body they found floating in the Willamette River near OMSI in the city of Portland, Oregon. Yeah, it's wild out here, but we're gonna talk about it. Here we go.
I've been having UTIs for 10 years.
It was wreaking havoc on my body.
It's just kind of felt like an impossible problem. And that's when I came across Eucora.
Founded by a chronic UTI sufferer on a mission to help others just like her. At Eucora, we make UTI relief products.
I can't control this, ladies and gentlemen.
Health products using science-backed ingredients. They control
I can't control this. This is so bad.
Finally, there's a better way.
This is fucking terrible.
We got commercials. We need you to pay for the no ads.
We're working to learn more after Multnomah County Sheriff's deputies say they actually pulled a body out of the Willamette River earlier. The human remains were reported just before noon. A caller telling 911 dispatchers a male's body was in the water off the east bank, kind of near OMSI. The medical examiner is now investigating. We'll let you know when they ID the person and determine a cause of death.
It's here. Introducing the all-new Club Jenny, powered by...
Yeah.
He said, "Turn it off."
Okay. I don't even know what we did.
You ain't seen no coyote in the front yard right now.
I
it's gonna get your ass.
That ain't no surprise, man. And they said down there by OMSI.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, shit, I ain't gonna go now because I don't feel like I ain't trying to put it off on no particular community. But I can just say that it goes down. Let's just put it that way. Like
on the level
out in these streets, like it's up like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, PSA to whoever's watching, all that leaving your gun in the car and all that shit. I don't do it because when you come back, it might not be there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. Because
Your car might be somebody's house at that point.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of them out here running around here, strapped up, and their mental health is at an all-time low on top of that. So you mix the two together, and then you mix this drug use, and yeah, it's like that.
Hey, listen. It's wild out here in Portland, man. I never would have thought I would have seen a city like this. Don, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad, especially over here.
Fuck out of here, bro. The best way to drink that shit is in the toilet.
Oh my!
Why would I drink anything out of the toilet?
No, in the toilet you need to drink it.
Then that means you don't drink it. I think that's his point. You don't drink.
Hey, okay, so listen, man. I mean, they hate on my drink. It's cool. I drink it though. I bought it. What do you drink? What's your drink? Paul, I'm talking to you.
Go get a fucking 211 while you're at it.
I like Johnny Walker. Like if I had to drink something, like Black Label Johnny Walker, Blue Label if I can afford it.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, I like everything though. But that's my go-to.
Okay, so would you fuck with Christian Brothers?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You see how that was a hard sell?
Some Irk and Jerk and some Christian Brothers.
Oh, you put them in the same level. Irk and Jerk.
That's what they are, Ray.
I told you they
dirty. It's the dirty cousin, nigga. He ain't on the same level.
Them niggas, they sleep in the same. They share clothes.
That's the dirty cousin. When if your money ain't right, and you might score, you go get some E&J.
But right now, no, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want any of that. But shit, if I had to,
keep it a buck. I feel you, Felly. It's cool. It's cool. They give me a hard time for it, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I drink differently.
You drinking the Christian Brothers?
Yeah, Christ and the Brothers. Yeah, that's what I'll be.
That shit's fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Just hate on my gangster, bro. I don't appreciate that, but I'm gonna let you rock, bro. I'm gonna let you.
That is horrible.
Look, man.
That does belong in a tent.
So I didn't make mixed drinks, fuck out of here. I got a tent on my house though, so I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Listen, I didn't make mixed drinks for you that had Christian Brothers in this motherfucker, man.
Claire, you're not drinking that.
Claire, we'll have a shot of that.
I will drink Christian Brothers, but
have you had it with?
You'll have a shot with Ray. You're not going to the store and get no Christian Brothers. Stop it, Claire.
So Jack's got to get technical.
Well, that's probably true because I'm gonna buy whiskey. I'm a whiskey girl.
But I drink whiskey too, though. This nigga has look, bro.
I don't drink too much anymore.
$25. This is the whole weekend. The
that
whole
shit
48.
like 25.
No, that's E&J.
It's the same song.
E&J. No. The song goes for the E&J. Yeah, this costs 25 though. So fuck what you talking about though. But we gonna let you rock though. Yeah, it cost me 25. It did. But hold on though. That was a fifth though. It cost 25.
What are you drinking?
No, that was a half gallon.
Half gallon is 25.
I'm gonna let you have that, man. I don't know.
Look it up.
That come with a do-rag.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm gonna let you can have that.
Did it come with a do-rag?
No, but it came with the Dickie slides though.
Okay.
With the corduroy slides.
What do you drink it with? Do you drink it straight?
Straight neat.
Like
neat.
You see how he's just like That's like what the fuck? Like people drink like he's like,
look at Paul. He's like the fuck.
I mean,
I don't want.
I don't know. I don't know who gave me the mix, but it wasn't me. But I had drank it before with orange juice and ice, and like
that's cool.
20 years ago, I liked that. Like
repeat that one more time. Repeat that
20
one more
years ago.
time.
He said 20 years ago.
Was in my
okay.
Okay, see, 40, you 46 right now. You would still you would drink that right now. It tastes good. Why in the fuck wouldn't you drink something that tastes good? I mean, right?
Straight,
like
no,
I didn't. No, I'm drinking it straight. No.
Hold on, bro. I got champagne in the freezer. Hold on.
But that's
I'm not saying y'all need to drink it like me. Y'all right. Y'all ain't gotta drink it like me. But trust me, I didn't drink it like with the orange juice in the tang and all that. I didn't did that before. Dre said he's gonna be on here in about 20 minutes.
Like 25.
That's the classic commercial. That's classic. That was the best shit ever.
$40.
Renaud, where are you? Where's Renaud at today?
Cupcake in. What you mean where you at? Cupcake.
Oh, we had breakfast last Saturday. We didn't really technically have breakfast, but we hung out at breakfast because we met up at the same spot. It was fun.
Y'all had breakfast, Ray.
So then,
what?
How did you not have breakfast? You were not eating at the same time?
No, we met. I mean, I came to the spot and I ran into him. Yeah, right. Thank you, Donna.
Yeah, let me help you get your lyrics together.
No, the lyrics.
How did you define that? What did she say?
They ended up meeting up on accident. You know, they didn't plan to be there at the same time. You know.
I think what I said was adequate, but okay. Thank you for fixing that for me.
Well, you made it difficult, you know.
I'm gonna rewind. I don't think so. Anyway, back to Portland news. So a restaurant owner plans to sue the city of Portland over an odor close.
Over a what?
They said they food stinks so much.
Over what?
Smell.
We can't understand.
Odor code. Odor. No. Do y'all hear me? I'm wrong with shit.
Not really. Mic is failing.
Huh?
Something's failing.
Your mic was failing, cuz.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was there's a restaurant in Portland that is suing the city, the county, because of a smell complaint. So they've been having complaints about the smell of the restaurant or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. The people in the neighborhood said they didn't like the smell of like cooked meat or some shit like that. That's the one.
Yeah,
that's Thai food, a pho restaurant or something like that.
There you go. That one done.
Yeah, what neighborhood is it?
I'm gonna play the video real quick.
On 72nd?
Yeah, right. Yeah, out there. And I like that place because I went and got pho from there last time I got sick. Yep, I sure did.
I was just hating on them.
All right, here we go.
Restaurant that closed over a series of odor complaints plans to sue the city. Eddie Dong, owner of Pho Gabo, filed a tort claim against the city. That is a legal document expressing intent to sue. Dong says an anonymous neighbor complained about the smell coming from his Vietnamese restaurant. He decided to close the location after receiving thousands of dollars worth of fines. City leaders promised to look into reforming the odor ordinance after that story broke.
When I read up on it, to my understanding,
that sounds racist.
Yeah, it was the smell of the cooked meat or some shit. Which so what? They can cook whatever the fuck they want to cook in their restaurant.
I mean,
it ain't like they serve a dead body.
They said because they were vegans and I guess it was making
No,
it.
that's not acceptable. That's not an acceptable reason. Like, you can be vegan, and I fully support that and all that, but you don't get to infringe your right for other people to cook the food they want to cook. And there's no way you're telling me that restaurant is the only building in the neighborhood that's cooking meat. You won't have any other neighbors that's frying chicken, making burgers on the grill, like nothing. There's no.
That shit smell good though.
I don't see how you can find them.
Because that Safeway across the street, darn sure got a deli going on up in there. Like, what are you talking about?
How can the city find them is what I want to know.
It's not.
Yeah, what are the smell? What are the smell? The levels of smell. Like, what is it that you can be fined for? So, dead body smell, dog smell. I mean, like, what is the smell? Huh? What happened?
I'm gonna need you to not say dead body smell.
I said dog too.
Okay, the villa smell. Like, right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I'm just saying,
nobody complained about that shit
yet. Ain't nobody did nothing about niggas just gotta stay out there and you know what I'm saying, and smell
for
that
real,
shit.
North side.
Thing
is, like,
and it's just like, oh well, you live by a sewage plant, deal with it. That's what we've been having to do for since it's been there.
That's some bullshit. But what we're saying, Paul?
Well, here in San Diego, like, it would be nice to have like a Vietnamese place like that by your house, because it's like a walkable neighborhood. Like, there's somewhere to eat. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't want something like that to be shut down. So I don't know. It's crazy that they're.
Let me ask you about So share with us about San Diego. Like, do you guys deal with, so in the city of Portland, we have a situation where we deal with a lot of homelessness and blue tents and people living off the freeways and those kind of things. And I know it's an I-5 thing, so I-5 go all the way down. Do you deal with that kind of thing, or is that something that you see in your city?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, yeah, when you're like in the downtownish area, and yeah, you see it in parts. I mean, we have it's all on the west. It's all on the west coast.
On the 5, the whole 5.
Yeah, on the 5, it's bad everywhere. I mean, and actually, an article came out today. It's got me sick to my stomach. Listen to this, and you guys can Google it. It came out last 5 years. California put out $24 billion on homelessness, and they didn't audit it. There's no accountability for the money, and if you just look at the statistics, homelessness has gotten worse. What the fuck? 24 billion, and being at like.
Whoa.
Being a resident of this state,
how much do you get?
Taxes?
Kind of money?
I know it's like do you guys have the money in terms of the economy, but how much have you guys invested in homelessness?
24 billion in the past 5 years. 5 years. Past 5 years.
I don't give a fuck.
It's about 5 billion a year.
18.
Okay. So, whoa. Okay, so I got two people on here that. Okay, so because Elijah, he works in I mean, I'm going to say industry, but he's a part of that. That he knows what's happening with that because he works with people like that. So, Elijah, what would that look like here in the city of Portland? I guess would be my question.
I mean, you gotta think California as a whole is so much larger than us.
Right. You in LA? You in LA, Paul, or like
San Diego?
San Diego. Okay, San Diego. Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? So if you went per capita, we're not far behind him, not neck and neck with him as far as the money we're involved, because I mean, like I said, just in one of our villages alone, like I said, for those pods, just for those 100 pods, it was over $500,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And we got pods like that to where people can have forever homes. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll never have to, and it's going to be completely subsidized until they decide they don't want to be there. You see what I'm saying? Like, so there's a ton of funds, and it's always being lobbied for. There's always new organizations coming and being more money. Is a lot of money out there. A lot of contracts being renewed. So yeah, it's definitely tons of money. I mean, because you got to think just in certain organizations alone, just to run a day's staff. And I mean, and I'm talking about at a small location. At some places, I would say it's upwards just for a day. I mean, what did I say? Let's go. Yeah, so for a day, you're looking at sheesh for $5 to $6 grand. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know what I'm saying? Just in wages. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this: if Portland was in California, past 5 years, okay, Portland would be allotted maybe about $5 billion. So let me ask you, what would $5 billion do for the city of Portland? If Portland got $5 billion for the next 5 years to deal with the homelessness, and it was used in a good way, you know what I mean? Like, what would that do for the city?
And it was used in a good way as far as what I mean, as far as what's considered in a good way.
All the money was accounted for. There was no like behind the scenes dealings, because a lot of when all this money's like pumped out, it just seems like there's so many people behind closed doors. And I don't want to say it, but I can say it.
It's real. It's real. Go ahead, say that shit.
There's millions and billions of dollars swapping hands between one or two or three or four rich white men, most likely. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean the right way. As long as that shit doesn't happen.
There's that, but then there's also it's kind of like throwing something against the wall and seeing if it sticks, as far as trying to find a solution to a lot of what's happening. And then here, like, you don't have to be a native to this state in order to receive resources. So therefore, a lot of people migrate here. You know what I'm saying? Because
here too, San Diego. Yeah.
So until they find something, I mean, and when they're throwing stuff against the wall to see if it sticks, that takes a lot of money, right? You see what I'm saying? And so until they find the solution to what's going to make the best dent, and then allocate those funds accordingly, it's kind of going to be those type of things to where I mean, it's a numbers game. Because I mean, I hate to say it, but the way it is here, I mean, and a lot of people that are houseless will tell you that it's easy to be houseless here, as far as they're concerned, because of there's so many resources and because we're low barrier here. So it's kind of like come as you are. There aren't many requirements. It's like, you know, wherever you're at in life, it's like you still can access and receive said resources. And so with that being said, it's like, as far as incentive to take these resources and then start going on your own and moving forward, for some people, there isn't much incentive because it's like, well, I still get to do whatever I'm doing and still receive resources. So that's what I'm going to do. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, it's a numbers game because you have some people that are trying to, you know, climb out and build a sustainable lifestyle for themselves. And then you have others that are like, look, this is the lifestyle I'm living and I'm more comfortable living this way. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, I do want shelter when it's cold, or, you know what I'm saying? I do want meals. I do want, you know, whatever, you know, clothing, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people, as far as tents and, I mean, even drug paraphernalia, right? That's giving out clean needles and probably all that type of stuff is Narcan. Right. Like all this shit has to be funded.
So, and that's another thing though. You brought that out though because they have these drug packages that they're sending out to people. It's called they introduce disposal kits is what they're doing for the drug situation. Claire, you got any thoughts on this?
Well, it's taxpayer dollars, of course, so that's a lot of money. I mean, I guess you could have some philanthropists, especially if you're in California, maybe who are donating some funds because they get the tax write-off. There is that possibility. Reality is in Oregon, that's probably not happening. But if I'm seeing that kind of money being shuttled, then I don't want to see people living on the streets. I don't want to see tents. Don't use that money to buy tents because that does not make me happy. I don't want to see people doing drugs on the streets. I want to really actually see programs that are, well, I really don't even want to see programs, to be honest with you. I think programs is a front to move the money around, and I don't really feel like that's efficient or effective. Like my thing is take a building, make some apartments, funnel the money into there so people have the rent, give them the reason to have a job, give them a job, make them have a job. Like, I don't know. If you can't adhere to that, you're out of here. Especially if you weren't from here in the first place. We're putting you on the bus and you're going back to wherever you came from. Idaho, Montana, Utah, Hawaii. Like, I don't care. Alaska, Canada.
Get your ass out of Oregon.
But like, it has to be something more than just continuing to funnel money through nonprofit organizations to not see any results. Like, that's not the answer, and I'm tired of that, right? At what point does it do more good? And to those forever homes, as much as that irritates me, how about that is your forever home, and you better not ever be homeless again. If you're homeless again, you get on the bus, you go. Like, why would you not ever have a home again? There is no excuse for me for any of those individuals that are getting any of those pods to ever show themselves homeless again, period, point blank. You was just given a forever home on the back of somebody, probably everybody here, because especially even if that's federal funding, Paul, you in San Diego, you're paying taxes, it goes into the feds. Guess what? It's just evenly dispersed. So it's still your money. So I'm losing my patience with the front.
No, I'm with you, and like you said, but like even like with those forever homes, like all those places are on city property, right? So then you have to pay them to rent that property that is on.
Who's paying them to rent the property?
We are. The taxpayer.
Is it the organ? But I mean, like, Elijah, is it your organization that's paying to rent that space?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's this, yeah, you have to use those properties, you know what I'm saying? Or like there's a contract, you know what I'm saying? And there has to be like, it's all a numbers game, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for us, like you said, like, for organizations to keep receiving funds, they have to stay at a certain amount of capacity, at least 95%. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So those,
I'm okay with them staying at 95% if it means you're not in a tent outside somebody's
the thing
home.
with that is though, a lot of these places also don't have like curfew. They don't have a lot of things. So a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because say for instance, like you said, the forever homes things, we can only make such a dent, and there's a whole bunch of people that choose this not to engage in services, just choose not to receive services. There's people that are like,
I got a service for you.
Hold on, you guys, real quick, Claire. Not to cut you off, but we have Mr. Andre Paradise Jameson in the building. He will be joining us right now. Dre, what's happening with you, brother?
And Glenda's in the house too.
Glenda's in, let me hold on. Hey, what up, Glenda? She's in the building. I can't make the walk tomorrow. It came too late, but we're having the Heart Walk on May 18th. You might want to show up for that. It's gonna be and donate money and all that shit. But anyway,
Andre, what's up, cousin?
Dre, welcome.
What up, man? What's this nonsense? I hear you walking somewhere besides to the bathroom. What's going on there?
Shut up, I'm walking for heart health. Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
That's my thing. But what's up with you, man? Welcome to the show.
Well, I'm glad to be back. Well, to be back to be with y'all. Good to be back. Right. Good to hear y'all. Y'all wonderful.
Yeah,
what am I walking into?
You're walking into us talking about Claire,
taxpayer dollars and the homeless and California just spent $24 billion over the last 5 years to deal with the homeless situation.
Well, first of all, let me talk to you about that last one. I don't know where the hell that $1 billion, because this homeless is stacking up like chips out here. So I don't know where that money going to. So it's about as bad as y'all's Portland situation up there. So I don't know where this billions of dollars is going to.
Okay.
So there's the problem. If people are not seeing the results of that kind of money being spent, it's a problem.
Well, first of all, people is never going to see it. All right. So the only way you're going to see it is you build communities and housing and get them off the street and say they can live there.
That's what I mean. That's my idea of seeing it. I don't see the people on the streets. I don't see
a lot of that is a choice thing.
And that's a fact too.
That's a choice and go do that.
Well, hey, that's why we've got a situation with the Supreme Court, though, right? So what's going before the Supreme? What's getting ready to go before the Supreme Court right now? The debate about whether or not it's legal for you to
not to cut you off, Claire. Not to cut you off. Perfect example. At my location alone, right now, I can't give out a pod. Like I'm literally normally to receive like pods and stuff, you know, have a wait list. You gotta wait 2 or 3 months. Like right now, if you walk to my location right now, you can get a pod the same day. Like we're trying, like we can't even keep them filled, like because it's warm outside, so it's like I'm not tripping. Like it's not as easy to fill them as you think.
Well, Elon Musk builds those pods, those homeless pods. Well, they're not homeless pods, they're housing. But some people call them homeless pods. But the correct term that those pods they're a house, a certain type of house. And maybe if y'all need more land to give to put those pods down, so you can move the homeless out there, maybe that's the way to do it. Because unfortunately, also at the same time you're doing that, you're saying, hey, let's get them up out of our community the same way. So you are alienating them at the same time. So you're going to have people say, well, that's not right. We should, alienate them, but you can't have everything. And that is some of the things that is happening here. They're finding a way to alienate, put them in certain places and communities and areas, but people are petitioning to say, yeah, we want to help them, but we don't want to help them over here. We got to get them out of here. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, as far as alienating them, no, like I said, as far as they have to choose to engage in these services, and like here, locations that choose to try to go to like desolate places or whatever, they aren't successful because the people just aren't coming. Like, well, yeah, I'm not going. That's too far. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about your pod if it's way over there. You see them come from. So I mean, it's just one of them things. Like it just depends on, and there's so many different services. There's so many different organizations to where, people can just, what I'm saying, they like, I'm cool out here roughing it because like for one I can, like, what I'm saying. I mean, there's nothing that it's that they can do on the streets that they've been doing. You know what I'm saying, is except for the shelter aspect of it. And if that's not the biggest deal to them, then, or you have people that do receive those shelters, but they're not
Clara,
there.
look at your phone.
Who, me?
No, I was telling Clara. Go ahead, Jackson.
They're not there that often. They may access the pods or, the housing, but 90% of the time they're on, out with their people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but look, you guys, there's momentum building. There's momentum building for the case against homelessness to go to the Supreme Court. So when we're talking about people who just want to refuse services, they're about to lose their ability to have that right, because all across the country, this homelessness is becoming a problem, and people are getting fed up with that. So they're moving into a position where you're either A, going to accept the services and you're going to get one of these little houses that taxpayers are paying to have built for you, or you're going to land in a jail cell.
Well, and this is all part of the master plan, the scheme of things in the first place, because there will soon to be officially two types of tax brackets, as we know. Yeah, there'll be no more middle class. And how do you do that? Well, you defund schools, you raise the rent, you raise the private taxes, you now raise minimum wages in certain places to a high point where the smaller companies can't keep people employed. And most of all, you allow certain drugs to be legal and to allow people who can't handle that to fall off and to fall into a state of self-destruction. So it's all part of this grand master plan of having two tax brackets when it's all said and done. So, and now just, part of the tip of the iceberg of this housing problem. If you look at mostly if you do a search for most of these new homes is being built across the country from the ground up, and homes that were defaulted across the country, most of these homes, a high percentage of them, were bought out by companies, not by individual people who are buying new homes. So therefore, since they're monopolizing the market, these interest rates would never go back down to 4%, 5%, because they're rich. They don't need it for it to go down. They'll get renters in there sooner or later anyway. You understand? So they don't have to worry about that. They can pay their mortgage payments by themselves because they own these homes because they're rich. So no matter how well we want to do good to help improve the environment and the people, it's always going to be an uphill battle because there's an agenda for us to fail no matter what. So keep that in mind.
Paul, you look like you're thinking. You got thoughts. What are your thoughts?
It's true. I mean, it was. I seen it I was in the Navy, so I've been to like Africa and stuff, and I've been around the world. You saw countries. I believe it was Senegal. I was trying to think. I mean, there was a country there. It had like free education, and then when you got out, if you didn't find a job, you would get like you get a stipend or a paycheck every month until you got a job. And then all of a sudden, like, corporations started taking over the land, right? Buying it outright. Corporations we all know today, probably. Like, I don't know, Exxon, whoever. And then like a civil war starts for God knows why. And these people start fighting each other. And then that's it. Country's gone. Now, there's private militias guarding certain territory for certain corporations. So I was thinking that, and I forgot what else I was thinking, but that was one of the thoughts when Andre was talking. Yeah. I mean, that's some deep stuff, huh? It's serious, though.
Well, it is deep. It is deep, but we've lived in a country where we're used to it being some certain kind of way. As my sons were growing up, as they started hitting a certain age, probably that middle schoolish age, I started telling them, and I knew that they, like, it wasn't sitting with them because you're 12, 13, 14, but the country that you know today probably isn't going to be the country that you'll know in your adulthood. And, I've been trying to tell them, like, I'm trying to give you as much as I can give you so that you're prepared for the fall of this country, right? Like, I don't think people are really prepared for that in the way they need to be. And when I talk about that, I'm not talking about having items, being mentally prepared for the event, because it's going to be a minefield, right? Don, what do you think about?
I didn't catch what you said.
Oh, the failure of the country, and what that's going to look like, and people not being mentally prepared to embrace the reality.
I think
of
it's
this
happening now. It's a slow.
It's a slow decline, right? But like at some point, it's that flip.
Well, at some point, like, yeah, I mean, if it's how civilizations go extinct. There's a book came out 10 years ago called The Watchman's Rattle, but it was just looking at civilizations, how they go extinct, and these are ones that like ran out of water, which can happen to us in California, Andre. You know that. We're always threatened about it every year.
Yep.
Imagine being in the world where you don't have a drink of water. You're just dehydrating to death in the heat. Like that. That's the last way I would want to go out. Like, dang, like that's not cool. So that stuff's real. It can happen. But sorry, I'm losing my thought. I've been smoking little.
Hey, no judgment. No judgment on this panel. Don, what do you think?
I mean, it's true. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The world is changing. Somebody is playing some music. Who the fuck is that?
Fucking Ray.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, your little porno music. But anyway, no, I feel like, exactly what Claire said. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is changing, and the world ain't gonna be the same as it was. It already ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? And it's like with the way shit is going, shit, we in trouble if you don't know how to do
you
something.
got 30 years, nigga. Tighten up. You got 30 years. If you got that.
I like those numbers. 30 is a good number because while we pushing up daisies, any seeds that we got out there running around right now, they're the ones that will be in big trouble.
It ain't my problem. No, it is my problem because that's my seed. I wanted to succeed.
And that's all of ours.
Right.
I want my seed to succeed.
Hey, I heard a clip and I love this guy. I liked him when I heard Sublime sing about him. KRS-One, the rapper KRS-One.
Mm-hmm.
No, we know who he is.
He said, I saw a clip on him on YouTube. I was on Shorts, and he said the goal of colonialism. He said they will exalt the bottom of the people they are like oppressing, right? So here are like colonialism will exalt like the worst of the black people that you see on TV and that you see wherever, right? They're not going to show like a positive side to it. That's what he was saying. I was like, damn, this guy.
Who said that?
Is deep.
KRS-One. First of all,
I mean,
I need a break of colonialism. Where the hell? I need a word.
Colonialism.
I need a breakdown. I need a breakdown of that word immediately.
It's the West taking over everything, man. From like Middle East to Africa to finding Columbus and shit coming out to the West.
But now it's not the West. Now it's like the G7 versus the BRICS.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is now.
Look up BRICS and look up G7. That's what that's what this is about to dial down to.
Okay, so we got
so it's like the U.S., England, Canada, Australia,
real quick.
And then Japan. G7 and BRICS.
Brazil, Russia, India, China.
This inspired me and my partner Spencer to launch Eucora.
My partner Spencer.
To develop effective urinary health products. And our UTI emergency kit stops UTIs from slowing you down. Now we're helping people stay proactive when it comes to urinary health. You're not
who's feeding the algorithm? This is the second commercial.
Everybody knows whose it's not.
Preventing
It's all
addiction,
good.
Clackamas County now launching a brand new way to fight the drug crisis as deaths continue to rise.
So they're providing more ways for people to get rid of extra medications in hopes to limit how many drugs are in the community. Brandon Thompson going beyond the headlines, finding out how the county is responding to the crisis. Brandon?
Well, they're trying to make it easier for people to get rid of their drugs because County Health Officer Sarah President tells me drugs that are around the house are often how teenagers and young people start down a path to addiction. So this is one of the ways they're trying to add to their strategy. Clackamas County, like much of the country and state, experiencing a drastic increase in opioid-related deaths, up 109% from 2019 through 2022. Using money from the opioid settlements from pharmaceutical companies, the county and district attorney's office purchased Deterra kits. They're available at government buildings like libraries or city halls across the county. They're at-home drug disposal kits through medications and into the pouches, then add some water, let it sit in the medications, and even vape oil will become unusable. It keeps the substances out of the water, and the county hopes is easy for people to use.
Prevention is everything. If we can stop the initiation of opioid use in the first place, then we would be able to address,
the audio crashing with your Freaky Friday music, bro.
This is part of other efforts like providing Narcan or naloxone vending machines in several areas around the county. Tonight at 5, we'll tell you about the law enforcement response to the crisis in Clackamas County. Now, the county is putting these out for free on places like libraries, but you can also purchase these kits. We have information on that on point.com. Live in Milwaukee tonight, Brandon Thompson, Point 6 News.
All right, Brandon, I know other counties, Multnomah, Washington, have similar efforts underway as well. So good to see it's happening out there in Clackamas.
Alfred, come again.
Drug disposal, huh?
That's what they say.
Man, they out here, they ain't getting rid of no damn pills. They out here slinging dogs for fentanyl.
Right. 200 blues on the TV, man. 200 blues on the
Oh, shit. That's hilarious. Yeah.
They died.
No, somebody did that. They was on. Somebody did that. He was on hot was it Hot Bench?
Hot Bench.
The court show, and they from here, and they went on national television to sue this chick about this dog, and the bitch went on there and said, I gave him a car, like $300 and 200 blues, and the judge was like, blues? What exactly are you talking about? She said fentanyl. What? Yes, this is the conversation that went on national television. 200 blues.
Said, I got this pit bull puppy right here.
And then he tried to say, I want my dogs back. Then he was like,
oh, no. You can go to Safeway right now on my mama. Go to Safeway over there by the Lloyd Center. I bet you could buy a puppy right now for some blues. Right now.
That's some shit in the movie. Hey, I gave you my dog. Give you this dog.
And then when the judge asked him, well, why would you sell a dog that you know you weren't supposed to sell? He said, well, I was on drugs. I didn't think about it like that. I was living in a tent, and I didn't want to.
Nah, he met the bitch. The bitch liked the dog. He went back to her house and got high, nigga. She got that nigga some blues, a car that had bullets in it. It's a bullshit.
A bullet-ridden vehicle.
And $300.
That's what happened. Yeah, that's the truth.
Boy, the drugs up there must be on a whole other level, boy. Shit, I don't know.
It is. Nigga, it's legal to do drugs in Portland. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Hey,
no, it's not legal. It's not criminal. It's not criminal.
Okay. So you ain't gonna never do enough drugs. So the point is you will never do enough drugs to go to jail for it.
But they don't. Hold on. But don't they pay people in Portland or in the state of Oregon to do drugs? They pay you. Don't they give you money to go buy the drugs? Isn't that?
I ain't never heard that.
They don't pay you. What it is you just don't get a charge if you get caught with it. Now, what they will do is give you your little drug kit, like
unless you're
oil,
selling
your spoon, your syringes and shit like that. They give you the
drug. That's what I'm talking. Well, same shit to me. They give it to you. They want you to become to a zombie. I don't know what the fuck's going on up there.
Hey man, they be doing the heroin not outside. You be driving down the street, you see a motherfucker bent almost in half, The wrong way.
Bit your ass wrong way.
Like the motherfucker, and it's just cool. Outside the schools and everywhere. What's going down?
Jay. Bad fans.
All the way down there in half, nigga, from the back though.
Now in the San Diego area, what's the homeless like up there? I'm not up there a lot. Y'all had a bunch of floods. I'm asking Paul there. Yeah. I mean,
Andre,
I know the big flood happened.
Yeah,
we
drowned about 30,000 of them. So
wait.
Things have been good.
That's what I'm fucking saying. They drowned 30,000 homeless. That's hilarious.
yeah. So things have been good.
What happened
down here? No,
they drowned at homeless.
But
in San Diego with the flood, they drowned like
Andre,
30,000.
it's that's crazy.
In Portland, they big time Michael Phelps swimmers up there though, because they ran all the time.
He said they drowned. You guys drowned 30,000 people.
Homeless? No, man, no.
They ain't putting the numbers out right. It was 30,000 homeless.
There's a bunch of them.
Cali is cold, y'all. They fucking homeless.
Hey, that's how they
you know
do
what,
it.
though? They need to, and that guy, I forgot, Andre, who's the guy that ran for governor? Schellenberger or whatever his name was. He even wrote a book. He's like I don't know who he is, millionaire guy or whatever. But he said it needs to be split up by people that are legit homeless, people that are druggies, and people that are mentally ill. And from my experience, that's what I've seen. That's true. And they're all mixed together. Before it was bad, when I was going to school down here, I had an instructor, and one Saturday she made us go to her house and like put together all these, everything in Ziploc bags. And we went to Mission Bay Park, and there was like, and we fed homeless people, but the homeless people like knew that, this was like a planned thing. Like they knew they were going to be handed out stuff at 10 a.m. at this specific location. And at the time, I was a dumb young kid. I thought like, I think I had more of a conservative point of view. And I even had discussions with her being very socialist. But Andre, she lived in Del Mar. Her house was overlooking the beach. So she had a very nice house. But it hit me. I was like, oh, wow. And there was like, I remember my teacher, she got very emotional. There was like, infants with the families. So that hit home to me that there's legit homeless out there. But when you see them driving down the freeway or wherever you're going, you're most likely seeing the mentally ill or the druggies. But that's just my point of view out here in San Diego. Yeah.
Andre lost his hell.
What'd you say, Elijah? What'd you say?
Andre looking lost as hell.
He's lost, yeah.
Is he froze? No, he not.
Let me mute. Someone mute
Greg,
me.
go ahead. Greg, go ahead. You're next up. Go ahead.
No, I'm not sure if ever, So we have out here in Irvine a place called the
Have you ever been to one of Diddy's party, Andre?
I went to one of Diddy's parties. I wouldn't be able to phone together. I'll be rich. Something. All right. Because trust me, I'll come out with a contract.
Diddy saying Andre happy birthday once. That's all I know. So.
No, Diddy.
Hey. He's like, hey, let me get up. He might say happy birthday to me, but I promise you that nigga didn't say take that. I promise you that. Shoot, none of that's going down. None of that. Shoot.
I just was curious. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Proceed with your previous statement.
No, I would just. I mean, the rich people got they can say a lot and get away with it because this place called Great Park is like 30 acres big, and they was gonna move that into a homeless camp, and the rich folks stepped in and said, no, we're not gonna do this. So they got together with the Matt Lyon and NFL, and they moved all the homeless out and put football turf on everywhere and turned it into 30 football fields. So they moved them up out of there. So and where they disappeared, nobody know where they got rid of all the homeless people. But they got rid of them all, moved them out.
Well,
and so
go ahead, my bad.
Give them tickets, one-way tickets.
Yeah, and probably in Portland. But the last I heard, where they were going to create a town just for the homeless people and ship them out of LA over to this town. And they said they had like millions of dollars to build these houses in this new town, and it's going to have their own zip code on it. It's just for them. Now, first of all, I don't know why homeless need a zip code. They ain't getting no mail, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Some of them, it could be an unincorporated town.
Some of them get them crazy checks. They do get that crazy check. They just got payees.
Yeah.
So some of them do.
Yeah, they share a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of places that they get mail bullshit.
They get mail. They got the mail line, pill line medication.
They're gonna have their own community. Yep, and they're gonna make zombie babies. It's gonna be bigger than Shaq.
Zombie babies.
Yeah,
you were sad about all this, man. When I remember, because I got out of the Navy in 2011, but Portland was a destination I was looking at to because there was a lot of stuff going through my in my life.
That's what it's
going through my mind in my life. Like, where am I going to settle? So Portland was just such. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, just put some.
Oh,
yeah, put some aluminum foil on your cell phone. That's all.
Yeah, just Portland was a beautiful area, and I'm like, oh man, that's a place I'd like to settle down at, and just not just Portland, everywhere, just how it's like degraded into what our cities are today, right? It's just like shit. Hope it'll get better. I hope.
Portland is trash. That's just it.
Fucking tree huggers up here and shit.
They fucked it up. They playing wasn't shit, nigga. That shit was trash, nigga. So we gotta start over.
I heard a rumor that the school teachers don't have their money, or they walking out. What's going on up there?
It's money up here, but motherfuckers is threatening to leave. Like, we can't make no money up here if y'all motherfuckers is supporting anarchy.
Goes down.
We can't support anarchy. You motherfuckers, man, we can't make no money. So they leaving. They leaving in LA. All that. Read the papers, nigga. This shit is happening in real time. Don't nobody want to do no fucking business on the West Coast in these fucking liberal ass towns. Progressiveness, and they talking that bullshit. That don't even resonate with people. What my gas costs, nigga? How much it costs for fucking gas?
I don't know.
How much to pay my motherfucking rent? Like, that's the shit that people is worried about. And the shit that they pumping out here and pushing out here, they tell you Trump is the devil. He's evil. It ain't even about that, bro. People are fucking starving. You can't even survive out here. You make $70,000 a year and you still a broke ass nigga. Real talk, nigga. Fuck out of here, man. I don't know, man. Shit, that's just my thoughts.
No, you're right, man. A monthly rent on the market is a beast on the West Coast.
I mean, right now, I'm in a position right now where it's like I'm right there at the cusp. So it's just like I might as well just buy a fucking house. I'm not gonna pay it off. I'm gonna be dead before it's done. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? What am I looking for, bro? I'm 52. What the fuck am I looking for? Anyway, man, I don't want to get.
No, it's real tight. It's that midlife crisis is real.
No, that it is, because I mean, I'm being funny but not funny though, nigga. Like, for real, this is how I'm feeling right now.
I bought a house in Texas 2 months ago just because the rate was at a good rate. I know I won't see this shit again, and because
it's costing more. Texas is costing more money now to buy property. You used to
That's
be
why
cheap to get it down there
because there's an influx of people from states where
California turning a red state purple, and now we got all this fucking weird shit happening, nigga, in the town. Man, go on with that. What my man say? We done with the 80s. Hey, yo, man, come on, let's make this happen.
Most definitely. Paul, I noticed you have a Washington Generals shirt on. They are the Generals, right?
No, we're called
Washington the Commanders, nigga.
No, we're the dorm. Andre, you gave us the doormats, so we'll go by that name.
Well, to say that way.
So I'm assuming that Paul is a fan of the Washington Redskins. Dare I say?
Hell yeah!
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
They have
hell yeah.
The Redskins.
How do you feel that your team's name is the Commanders, bro? Like that's trash. How do you feel about
It's
that?
embarrassing, man. I mean, it's like a
real shit.
It's like a joke. I don't know. That's how I feel about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's like a
It's like the Guardians, right?
On the
It's
Sunday.
like the Cleveland Guardians.
It's like Calvin and Hobbes or fucking.
Nah, bro. It's like the Guardians.
Dennis
like
the Menace or something. Yeah, I get.
Nah,
well,
Dennis
Guardians,
the Menace was a fucking. Hold on. Dennis the Menace was a fucking hit. Do not disrespect. That shit was a classic. That's an American.
Okay,
classic.
true. Redskins. Redskins were a classic too, man.
Yeah, they were. Now,
you know,
but you guys are now the Commanders.
Art Monk, Joe Theismann.
No, that's the way. That's Redskins. You guys are now the Commanders, though, my nigga. Like the Commanders.
Hey, that guy Snyder, man. That guy.
Hey, Magic Johnson's son should draw them a new logo or something. You know, so
they should go back to the Redskins, bro. That's what I think.
It's politically incorrect.
Natives ain't having that shit.
The natives don't give a fuck. That's the thing. They ain't tripping. It's this whole.
But they could have did so many other names, and he could have.
The Warriors.
You can't be calling it's 2024.
The Seminoles.
You can't associate a color with the word skin. Like we could understand. We could agree to that. I mean, I love the Reds.
Go left. Here we go.
Skins, man. But just with the climate, no, I'm not going left. But the owner could have attacked it. Like, I don't know. You can call them the natives or
I like that. The Americans.
I heard
Washington D.C. The Americans.
You knew who built all those buildings in D.C., right? I mean, so you could have attributed it to that. Okay, so you could have given him another name. I mean, that area is like very historic. Not look in the Navy, a captain's in 06 and admirals 07 and above. You have different admirals. A fucking commander is an 05. Like, of course I'm enlisted, but what the commander?
That's a lot. Explain that.
Like DC's like that's Navy. That's like there's naval history there, and the commander.
You're active.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Are you active?
No. No. Nope. I'm just.
But I'm gonna just. But you used to be, right? You used to be in the military.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to you, though. Thank you for your service. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Yes, thank you for your service, for real.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for going for me. Yeah.
What'd you say, Dre?
Thank you.
Thank you for going for me.
Look.
Hey,
I'm
getting paid now.
Andre,
but I'm getting paid a little bit now that I'm out, so it's all good.
That's what
it worked out.
That's all about. You deserve it, Gary. You can. So speaking of football players, did you shed an eye for OJ Simpson?
We talked about OJ today. We're gonna bring him back.
We didn't talk. Yeah, we didn't. Andre, let me ask you this. Let's start it off like this. Because you're a little older than me, Andre. You old ass. You old goat. But anyway,
Hold on. You can't prove that because I shaved all the gray hair off my nuts. You can't tell me how old I am. Never know.
Andre, you know how much I love sports, man.
Hold on.
You know how much I love sports and all. I love the history of the NFL and all that. But I'll be honest, OJ wouldn't be a guy I would dig into that much if it wasn't for the murder case. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, he's the first to rush for 2,000 yards, but he wouldn't have been someone I would have got into if it wasn't for how infamous he is. How good and strong, Andre? How good and strong was he?
You like football, right?
No. I understand what he's saying. So what he's saying is pretty much sometimes some people got to do dumb shit for somebody to look deeper into somebody, and his gonna be put in their face like did all this, and you start looking and digging, and you find out more. Even if you're not even a football fan, you start figuring out more about this person.
I played running back 1 year in college. So Andre, I want to ask you, how good was OJ on the field?
He was the truth.
I've watched countless of videos of OJ, and so much of him. My nickname was the Juice. They call me the Kansas Juice. Yeah, because I was fast like the Kansas Common.
Listen. No, this is how the story went. We were in high school playing football, and our numbers were given out to us at daily doubles. Dre and I played high school football together. We were freshmen. Dre was fucking around, and he got kicked out of practice. And his player was Tony Dorsett. Dre and my lion nigga, strike me down right now, no nigga.
Greatest of all time.
and he cried because Richard Norwood took 33. And that was supposed to be your number. And you had the goggles. And I said, nigga, take 29.
Oh, Dickerson. Oh, hell yeah. That's who I remember.
Facts. You don't remember that, Dre. But that's how that happened.
Yeah.
Shoot. But OJ and Dickerson were similar, right? Because I was a kid.
They were tall running backs. If they get past your linebackers, it was history. Right. They both were tall. They were track stars. They both had that big high knee lift. So linebackers, if they came into you, they got punished. With that knee action.
Yeah, man.
And they were gone at that time. They didn't have sprinters all around on the defense like they do these days. So if you were a sprinter, you was a receiver like Bullet Bob Hayes for the Cowboys. He's from Portland, by the way. So he was a world record holder, 100 meters, Olympic medalist. But anyway, a lot of those track stars on the offensive side of the ball. They weren't on the defense side of the ball. So when guys like Gale Sayers, OJ, and Eric Dickerson, and even freaking the probably the greatest athlete of all time, Native American. I can't think of his name right now. Once they got
you talking about
Jim
Thorpe? Shoot, you get around the corner. It was nobody catching those people. They were different back then, and they embarrassed everybody. And so they were special cats back then, and they made you pay. So they were fantastic athletes and running backs, without a doubt. And if you don't know anything about Jim Thorpe's resume, look that man up. Ain't nobody in the history of anything that man did. He was ridiculous. Sometimes the shit you read about him, you if it wasn't documented, you wouldn't believe it.
He went, Andre, the school the school he attended was called the Indian Academy or something, and they would play Notre Dame. And because Jim Thorpe was on that team, and whatever school he went to, I forgot what it was called. He had he played against Notre Dame and did very well. So.
Yeah, Jim Thorpe was a professional baseball player, football player, and track star all at the same damn time. he was amazing, So he was high powered there. But do I think he's the greatest running back of all time? No, I don't think he's the greatest. But he's definitely one of the greatest. But he was the real deal Holyfield, and he deserved. I mean, he was the man. Period. In his era, he was the motherfucking man. Now, could he still be that guy in this era? He sure the hell could. He sure enough could. Yeah. He ran a 900 yards. I mean, hell yeah. He get around the corner, he's still gonna go to races. All the way to the end. OJ is good in any era. Period.
Yeah, he's like. I mean, they're really like. I would say Derrick Henry is a massive steroided version of them, right? Where he's fast like them almost, but he's just running people over. I mean, he's kind of getting up there now, but
of a thinner Earl Campbell. That's what he.
Yeah, that's true because OJ and Dickerson could catch probably better than Derrick Henry, I would say.
Did you see the article that came out today or this week or something about OJ's manager or something like that confessed about a sexual encounter between him and Caitlyn Jenner? Did you read about that?
Yeah, Chloe is.
Wait, so that would have been Bruce Jenner then back. What?
No, not Bruce. Well, Kim and Chloe's mom.
Chloe,
their mom.
I tell you, man, Chloe is OJ's daughter.
Oh, you're talking about Kris Jenner.
Chloe Jenner.
Yeah,
is
Chloe's
OJ's
mom.
Daughter.
I thought you were talking about Bruce Jenner. I'm like, what the fuck? Caitlyn.
Chloe.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, he said she was one.
I agree with that statement.
The article said that OJ said that she came over, she was talking shit, so he dropped his pants and said, "Really, you want some of this?" And he said, "Hit it so hard, send her to the hospital, nigga." that was part of the rumor that got out that caused him to get a divorce.
Well, he was still on the side when he was on trial, right?
Something like that, dog. Oh my God, I couldn't believe that story, dog. It came out today.
LA for you.
Oh my goodness. But Bruce
spinning shit up.
The Bruce Jenner. I to this day I have his cereal box. I used to collect those cereal boxes. Yeah. So I got matter of fact, Ray, I think back in the day you might have saw some of my cereal box I had. Deion Sanders, Bruce Jenner. I got several.
You still got them?
Yeah.
Did you eat the cereal though? Y'all was hungry.
I never opened the boxes. Never opened the boxes.
Yeah, y'all ate the cereal.
Not those cereals. I would have been pissed. Eat my Dallas Cowboys.
Take the little bag out, they can keep the box.
No, sir. Never open it.
Y'all niggas too hungry to save on the cereal and all that, bro.
Most definitely not, sir. To the fullest. So what's the plan? Are y'all trying to die in Portland or what? What's the deal?
What you mean when you say trying to die in Portland?
Hold on. Let me soak in what I'm saying. I see somebody like the Michelin Man in the background on the top right, walking around like some eating, doing something. Ain't they supposed to vanish off the screen and turn the camera off? What's going on over there?
That's Elsa.
Oh, he on your ass, Don.
Why are you calling him Michelin?
What you say?
How you do that? How you walk back and still be in the screen and get small? You can't see from it. See, she did it again. How you do that shit? He's supposed to be off the camera.
I don't know.
Supposed to be magical over there. That's the business. Shoot. What's up? What's next on your agenda? I don't see Ivory. Let
me pull it up. I'm over my limit. Oh, I'm gonna take that. Okay, so what do you see on the list on that list that I sent you?
Paul has that list.
What?
Paul has that list, I think.
What list?
The agenda list.
The agenda list. What agenda?
On the email you got.
Oh, you guys need that? I got it. We got
There's a few links on
Oh,
there.
it's what about New York DJ Mr. C dies at 57? A towering figure in hip hop in New York City. The Brooklyn native is credited with discovering Big Daddy Kane, who I love, and Notorious B.I.G., who a lot of other people love.
I'm Big Daddy Kane. I'm with you on that one. Pull up the article. You can pull up the article.
Mr. C.
And then share with you guys.
Yeah, Mr. C. Refresh my memory. What did Mr. C put out?
Mr. C was DJ for Big Daddy Kane and Biggie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he the one that's famous for he be on his Eddie Murphy tip.
Yeah, he liked to get topped off by a nigga with a wig though. He wasn't him.
Oh my. Okay. My bad. I guess Paul has his greatest hits. I guess.
No, I'm just fucking playing, but real talk, bro. That's facts though.
No, he's dope.
Yeah, he's the man.
I don't think I can share my screen on here. Right? No, I'll just read the article then.
Yeah, you can do that. That's cool. So, both of your screens is on here.
You know, we're talking about sports. You know, Paul should be a professional baseball player. Paul was dope. Yeah. My man.
Who you talking about?
Mr. Films over there.
Professional baseball player?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me because I'm too old for any sport. Shoot.
Where's Mr. Mays?
He has a fishing tournament coming up.
Oh, that's right. He did tell me that. That's right. He told me that last week.
He wasn't gonna be there, so I'm assuming that he's asleep right now, but he probably up still. He watching the show halfway falling asleep. He probably he watching the movie.
Mr. Films is still trying to figure out how to share his video.
Something's going on over there.
He's struggling to the fullest. I saw one of your episodes, the high school football player.
Oh yeah. What you think about that show?
I thought it was dope. Really, I liked it.
Right on. Yeah, that was good. He's a good kid, man. He built like a tank, bro. I can only imagine what he's gonna look like when he's like
who is his father and his uncle that play against him in school?
His dad played at Oregon State. His uncle. His uncle.
Who's his uncle?
Hold on, I have to think. But yeah, he did play.
So he played when I was there. Then who's his uncle?
Yeah, he played when we were there. Yeah. Give me a second. I gotta think about that though. Hatcher is the name. Hatcher. Big Hatcher. He had his uncles playing all that shit. They was all ball players.
All right, shoot.
Yeah, hat trick.
And what city's that? His school's at?
His school is in L.A. He was that county, Los Angeles County's running back of the year.
Shit. You know what that means? He might be on Sundays.
yeah, he good, bro. Like he came on our show, bro. We interviewed him and all that shit, bro. He's a cool kid, man.
I saw his highlights. I was like, impressed.
Yeah, no, he's good, bro. So, but no, he's going to Oregon State.
Good. I hope we don't like decommit after all the BS we're going through up there.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. We talked to him about that a little bit in our interview with him, and he's committed there. Because
we can still pay him. Deal. We can still take care of his pockets because the other running back he left, he bounced.
Yeah, no, because after Jonathan left, it got weird. But he's smart. He got like a 4-point or a 3-point, something crazy. Got a great grade point average, bro. He come from good stock. His dad is a lawyer. His dad's a lawyer.
I got to talk to fellas down here. See what kind of lawyer he is.
Studies too, though. His son studies that too. His law.
All right. Gotcha. I was thinking that I know Oregon State signed one of the top linebackers in the nation. He had committed out of high school. I had met his dad at my boy's football party, and he was. And so, but this was before this dismantling of the Pac-12 happened. So I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Yeah, so
Pac-12 will be back right in 2027.
I know they said they got 2 years to fix it. They said.
Yeah, 2027.
Was that 2027? All right. So
I'm
more concerned. I'm more concerned right now about them girls' basketball team. I don't want them to get dismantled because, man, after seeing them girls show their ass off on national TV in that tournament, boy, hey, man, hey, people gonna be trying to steal those girls.
Yeah, they're gonna be at USC.
Man, shoot. I mean, put that girl USC, man, with the talent they got now and the best player in the country. Shoot, man, USC. Man, they doing some. That girl Hunter and Bird, man, ooh, beast. Shoot, watch all that, boss.
Well, we are at 2 hour and 30-minute mark of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the PDXDOPE Live podcast. We are going to end this broadcast tonight. I want to thank everybody who was a part of this show tonight. I appreciate you all. Shout out to OJ, Mr. C, RIP to them both. And that's the end. You guys have a good day.
I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Got something to dance to for players and squares. Drugs and booze we share. The smell of weed, smoke, and sex in the air. Come and play with me if you dare. It's hotter than Hell's Kitchen, women everywhere. We living it up until the clock stop. Rockin' hip hop, we go hard to the last shot. Or my body drop, planted in the box. Alright, let me get something clear up top. We're not here for approval. We're not here to be liked.
Well, all right. Y'all, I am out of this motherfucker. Y'all have a good evening. Good night.
Yep. Night. Good night.
Oh, the live stream is still going on. We out of here. PDXDOPE Live. Fuck with us next Friday. Also, we have a show Wednesday night with myself and Jermaine Mason. Check us out. Deuces.